Hello, Boston Bruins fans. We are pleased to welcome you to our news channel dedicated to providing up-to-date and reliable information about the Boston Bruins. Our mission is to share high-quality, truthful news with our valued audience. Be sure to follow the latest and most up-to-date news about the Boston Bruins, which is published daily here. To always stay informed, we invite everyone to subscribe to our channel. It is reassuring that it has effective medicinal properties, as recovery will not take as long as we initially thought. Reinforcements are on the way for the Bruins. During Wednesday's training session at Warrior Ice Arena in Boston, goalkeeper Linus Ullmark, defensemen Brandon Carlo and Derek Forbort, and forward Matt Poitras returned to activities without restrictions. Jim Montgomery said Ullmark is cleared for the game on Thursday, although it has not yet been decided whether he will start against the Colorado Avalanche at TD Garden. The reigning Vezina Trophy holder has shown a remarkable turnaround in his recovery, considering how concerning the outlook was when Ullmark suffered a lower body injury during overtime of the loss to the Coyotes on January 9. Ullmark needed assistance off the ice at Mullet Arena after diving to block a Logan Cooley shot, but returned to team practice just 4 days later in St. Louis. My initial reaction was, Jesus, this might take a while, Montgomery said of Ullmark's injury. It is reassuring that it has effective medicinal properties, as recovery will not take as long as we initially thought. Poitras and Carlo have missed the last 3 and 4 games, respectively, with upper body injuries. Carlo is closer. We'll see how he feels tomorrow before we confirm his participation on Thursday, Montgomery said. Forbort won't be an option on Thursday night. He's just starting the steps toward a comeback. And Poitras, again, we'll see how he feels tomorrow. I know it's a little vague, but those are the steps they're in. Giving. We didn't have an intensive training today, so we'll have a better idea tomorrow. Forbort was limited to just 20 games this season due to a persistent lower body condition, which led Boston to place him on the long-term injured list on December 7. I faced some setbacks along the way, Forbort commented on his return to the ice. I had to start over and build everything from scratch, brick by brick. Yes, it took longer than I thought. But we're here. During Forbort's extended absence, the Bruins have relied on solid contributions from defensemen like Parker Weatherspoon and Mason Lohrei. However, the veteran's return will be welcome during the second half of the season. In addition to his solid contributions in the penalty kill, Forbort was having arguably his best season with Boston in 5-on-5 play. During his 282 minutes of 5v5 ice time this season, the Bruins have outscored opponents 16-7. One notable player missing during Wednesday's training was striker Trent Frederic. As a precaution, we decided not to prolong his participation, Montgomery explained of the combative attacker's condition. We believe he will be fine. But again, that will be evaluated tomorrow. It was clear that Montgomery and the Bruins would face significant challenges in 2023-24. In addition to losing 2 franchise cornerstones in Patrice Bergeron and David Krejci in the offseason, a financial crisis led Boston to trade Taylor Hall and allow several other key contributors to enter free agency. Despite the significant loss of talent, Montgomery and the Bruins lead the Eastern Conference with a 26-8-9 record, with Montgomery set to represent the Atlantic Division in the NHL All-Star Game for the second year in a row. Already, leave your like in this video, because it is very important so that you don't miss any news from the Bruins, which we will post on this channel at any moment. Thank you. Continuing? For Montgomery, joining a team already anchored by established leaders like Bergeron provided a smooth transition in 2022-23. This year has presented more obstacles for the head coach, but many rewarding returns. Last year, I joked that I could have fallen asleep behind the bench and still would have been the all-star coach, Montgomery said. And this year we had to work hard. And that's just the nature of the business. I feel like this year is more rewarding for the guys because of the hard work we had to put in. But it's also gratifying to see the players and the team develop as they have. Last year, we were a well-oiled machine through 8 games. And I feel like we're starting to develop kind of a well-oiled machine now, understanding how we need to play, how we need to perform. We're a much more streamlined team. In many ways, it's easier to coach, but in many ways, it's harder to coach. In just his third game back in Boston after representing Canada at the World Juniors, Poitras sat out after colliding with Coyotes defenseman Sean Durzi and hitting the ice hard on January 9. The Bruins' 19-year-old center faced plenty of bumps and bruises in his first foray against NHL players, but he doesn't believe the physicality found at his level was a hindrance. It was just a coincidence, Poitras commented on his collision with Durzi. It wasn't exactly the shock. It was more that I just fell awkwardly. But, yeah, obviously the game is a little more physical, the guys are bigger and stronger. But I felt like I adapted well, and obviously there are always going to be guys bigger than me. So it's about finding that area where I can protect myself. I don't shy away from physicality. I like to get into the dirty areas. It's wonderful to have you here. I am extremely happy with your presence and would love to know your opinion in the comments. I sincerely ask that you help us stay active. It doesn't hurt to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Know that your collaboration is essential for us, as we dedicate part of our lives studying, researching, writing and seeking to offer quality content with the sole objective of being useful in some way. Is it disappointing to think that we don't even deserve a like? Thank you very much for your understanding. Thank you for collaborating.